The Indian Air Force has announced that 4 Su-30 fighter jets completed an 8-hour flying mission over the Indian Ocean region, during which they were supported by mid-air refueling aircraft, and they covered both the eastern and western seaboards of the country. This comes just 1 week after the recent 6-hour long-range mission in Indian Ocean region by 4 Rafale fighter jets, during which the 4 Rafale took off from the Hasimara Air Force Station in the eastern sector and carried out the mission involving various tactical maneuvers and air-to-ground strike operations. Dassault Aviation has initiated the development of F-5 standard upgrade for its Rafale fighter jet, and these upgrades will incorporate the latest systems that will enable the Rafale to effectively interact with unmanned aerial vehicles, loyal wingmen and stealth unmanned combat air vehicles. The integration of these capabilities is set to begin in 2030 and will provide backward compatibility, allowing current users of the Rafale including India to seamlessly control and execute combat operations alongside unmanned combat air vehicles. The Gas Turbine Research Establishment intends to develop a significantly improved core for the Kaveri engine that can withstand higher temperatures, that will allow it to achieve a dry thrust of 55 kN and a wet thrust of 85 kN, making it a potential alternative engine for the Tejas Mark 1A program in the future to replace the American F-404 engines. The Ministry of Defense has requested to first complete the Dry Kaveri engine for the UCAV program, before moving forward with the development of an improved Kaveri variant. The Indian Navy has reinitiated the program to buy 6 more Boeing P-8I aircraft under a government-to-government deal, as it is unwilling to wait for DRDO's multi-mission aircraft based on C-295 that could potentially take 10 years to materialize. The Ministry of Defense is likely to approve the deal, but Boeing will have to procure more components from Indian companies that are already involved in the supply chain process. Public sector firm Gliders India has raised questions and concerns regarding the Indian Army's decision to exclude them from a recent parachute contract. The Indian Army awarded a significant contract worth several crore rupees for parachutes to foreign vendors, after which Gliders India has raised questions on the selection criteria. Analysts have said that the decision could have reportedly been due to the rising cases of parachute failures. Pakistan has expressed interest in acquiring the Turkish 5th-generation fighter to replace its F-16 once it completes its developmental trials around 2030, and there is a possibility that Pakistan might opt to locally assemble the Turkish 5th-generation fighter from a completely knocked-down kit. This comes at a time when Pakistan's indigenous 5th-gen fighter program has come to a halt due to a lack of industrial infrastructure to carry out a full-scale engineering program. The navies of India, France and the United Arab Emirates carried out the first edition of a joint war game in the Gulf of Oman, which saw the participation of India's Talwar-class frigate, French frigate Surcouf and Rafale aircraft, and maritime patrol aircraft of UAE Navy. The exercise featured a wide spectrum of naval operations such as surface warfare, tactical firing and drills for missile engagements on surface targets, helicopter cross-deck landing operations, advanced air defense exercise and boarding operations.
Omar dropped it.